Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Lenny. This is Big Girls Really Do Cry and welcome to my week. I think it's like week 6 that we're on now. Not sure, but you'll have seen in the title by now anyway. So what's happened this week? Last week essentially. So last week, this week. Anyway, I start on a Saturday, end on a Friday for some reason, but that just seems to be how it's working. So this goes from the 8th of May. So on Saturday the 8th of May, the weather was pants over the weekend, like gone, and I didn't go out on the Saturday or the Sunday in fact, but on the Saturday I did a random live chat late on. I think it was after 10 I think when we started, and I did it with friends. So there was Susan, Sharon, Lex, Ian, and Nick and myself. Yes. And it was just such a good laugh. It was so funny. However, it is 4 hours long, so if you haven't seen it, it's probably a bit long to watch back, but it was very funny and we covered like every topic I could think of. But yeah, and then on the Sunday, again I didn't go anywhere because again the weather was pants. It was just raining, and so I stayed in. So on the Monday, which was the 10th, I only went round the doors. It was dry, it didn't rain, but it looked like it could rain at any minute. So obviously, I stayed close by just in case. But on that day I did take a lovely photo of a butterfly, which you'll see in my photo favourites in a bit, my 3 favourites, because it's one of those. On the Tuesday, I went to town. I wanted to post my entry to Ashley, who is Ashley at Paper and Twine, and she's doing a crafty competition about being glad to be alive. So if you do want to partake in that, I again will put the link below. Ashley's absolutely lovely, and I put my entry in, which she shared on her in her videos, and also gave me an absolutely glowing review, which was so nice. I mean, I'd have been happy if she just said, "Oh, Lainey's lovely," and then showed what I'd thingy, but she talked quite a bit and gave quite a lot of details that were just lovely. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, go over to Ashley Paper and Twine, which I will link below, as I said, and also do our competition, because what are you glad to be alive for? There's loads of stuff outside that you can just, everywhere you look, it's amazing. Nature, that is, I mean, Okay, I went to Mowbray Park while I was there, but sadly there was only, or it seems there's only one chick has survived. I assume they call moor hens chicks, like you would call chickens chicks, hens chickens chicks. Yeah, anyway. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, so I could only see one. I was there for about 2 hours, so hopefully he does make it, bless him, or him or her, I don't actually know. I did take a beautiful picture of them, either the mum or the dad. I'm not really sure if it's male or female, so I will insert that picture in of the moor hen. I thought maybe the swans would have like had their signets, but there was the mum was still on the nest and there was still no signs. But hopefully maybe next time I go next week, then we'll have some signets. I also saw a song thrush there as well, so that could possibly be my 3rd photo, because I can't think of anything else that may take its place, but whatever it is, you'll see when I move on to that part. moving on to Wednesday. On Wednesday I had to stay in because I had to wait for the guys who were fixing the hoist. Now, I have a hoist. It has like the bits that hook the sling on has plastic ends, right? Now, it had plastic ends for 2 years. I've had the hoist for 2 years pretty much, because today marks the day that I first went outside in my wheelchair and was alone. I mean, I literally went round a block, but nobody came with us, you know what I mean? And I cried my eyes out on that day. But just to be that, because I'd been stuck in my bed for like two years, I think, to that point, and I'd literally gone out twice that year. So this was the the May, and I'd only been out twice that year itself, and that was to hospital in an ambulance. And obviously the year before and the months before that, again, just to hospital in an ambulance. So I hadn't actually gone out and felt the wind and the thing and just been on my own, you know what I mean? But you just really appreciate it, like when you realise and how far I've come now from just going round and round the block. Because I literally did just go around. There's like a triangle of grass outside of mine at the front, and I used to just go around this triangle thinking I was like a racing car driver or something. I mean, obviously I taught Lewis Hamilton all he knows, you know what I mean? It just wouldn't be famous if it wasn't for me. But yeah, so that came up in my memories on Facebook today. So obviously I've had these plastic hooks for 2 years, and apparently they're meant to be metal and not plastic. So they only decided this about 3 months ago or something. Someone mentioned it before, but they only decided they were going to change it about 3 months ago. And in those 3 months, right, they've came out with the wrong size, because on the hoist there's like a spreader bar that the sling gets hooked on that is able to be lifted up. So they came out with the wrong sized spreader bar. They came out with a child sized one twice, came out with a smaller one, like a one with just 2 hooks and not 4. Honestly, the amount of mistakes they've made. Then they measured it to make sure that they'd bring the right one. After measuring it, they still brought the wrong one, because they couldn't find the measurements. And then after all of that, they booked it in for it to come out again, and we're like, oh, it really needs doing quickly. And because it's like through the council, because the council have hired a company to test it or check it and keep it updated, and so they've got like deadlines that it's got to hit, do you know what I mean? So the council were sort of going on about it, like it hasn't been done yet. And I missed an appointment, unfortunately, because they'd phoned us up to book the appointment and I was out, and she said she was going to send me confirmation in the post for the following. I think she booked it and it was like 10 days time. Anyway, I didn't get the confirmation and I completely forgot, so they rang us when I was out and said, oh, we've come to do this but you're not here. And I was like, oh well, I can get there in, I think it was 25 minutes, but unfortunately he couldn't wait. And so they rebooked it, and when they rebooked it this time, so for on Wednesday, they phoned us, they left messages, they came out and posted a card through my door, and I thought, hold on, it's not my fault that they mucked it up 4 times. Granted, yes, I did miss one appointment accidentally, I didn't mean to, but they mucked it up 4 times, but I felt like I was being punished for that. And then after all that, I thought, right, I'll have to stay in. I didn't want to, I wanted to go out, but it wouldn't have given us much time, because they could only give us an appointment between 12 and 4. So if I'd have gone out at like 10 o'clock, I would have had to come back, you know what I mean, and I wouldn't have gone very far. So I decided, like, to be able to go sort of anywhere, it's like half an hour there and back to like Mowbray or Roker, so half an hour each way, sorry. So by that time, you know, it's not worth it. Like, it would have been half an hour, so I thought, oh well, I'll not go. And then so I waited all day, and then at 3 o'clock I got a phone call to say unfortunately they were stuck somewhere and I wouldn't be able to come. And I was like, for God's sakes. So now it's rebooked again for Thursday coming, so we shall see. By the way, today is Friday. It's Friday night actually, and I normally record this on a Saturday morning, but every time I've done that I've never managed to get it out on time. So the twice that I've done it on the Friday night time, I've managed to get it out in time for the Saturday. So that's what I decided to do. Plus I've got all my calories in anyway, so it's not like it makes any difference. Right now, so yeah, so on the Thursday, moving on to the Thursday, so that was yesterday. I went to Roker Park yesterday. The swans there have 5 eggs now, which is cool. I saw a lot of baby starlings, baby blackbirds, baby robins. Oh, that reminds, actually there's some nice robin pictures. I'll decide whether I put the robin or the song thrush. I think I've done a robin before, have I? Not sure. If I have done a robin before, I might do this song thrush, because I don't think I've done that one. Anyway, when I came back, I had a parcel had arrived, and it said Happy Mail on the outside, so I will show you the footage for that now. Hello. Why do I always look like I've been dragged through a hedge? I mean, if Jason Momoa was doing the dragon, I mean, I'm in, you know. I'll be already waiting in that hedge. Doesn't need to be doing any dragging. Anyway, moving on. This arrived for me, and it's got a Happy Meal sticker there, and so I don't know who it's from. Can't guess what it is, but we shall find out. So, oh, sorry about the packing tape. It's fine, totally fine. Don't have to be sorry, whoever you are. Oh, 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 great tits. Great tits. Ah, dear Leonie, I found these in a charity shop and thought you might like them for quiz night. Love, Jilly Button. Thank you so much, Jilly. That's really cool, and I love this. Look, it's a great tits. Right, it's the only great tits I'll ever see. In a pair of, yeah, you know. Anyway, moving on. Right, I'm gonna cut this with my little nail scissors that I use for everything, you know what I mean? Don't know how they're not blunt. Apart from I didn't cut that all the way through, which doesn't help. There you go. Sorted. Ooh. Right. Ah, movie quiz. Quiz 101. Oh, 101 questions on movie trivia. Look how cool. That's really cool. Thank you very much. I will test everybody's. Honestly, I can't read today, like my eyesight's terrible. Yeah, I'll be able to test everybody's knowledge on movies and use it as a round. But oh, they look sealed as well, like no one's used them. Look. Thank you very much, Jilly. So again, thank you very much to Jilly for that, and they will definitely get used in the upcoming quiz weeks. Quiz weeks? Is that words? I don't know, but yeah, they'll definitely get used. Anyway, so as I said, today is Friday. I went out at dinner time. It's been very overcast all day. Typically right now it's sunny, but it's been very cloudy and overcast all day. But I did get out and about. I have not looked at or edited my photographs yet from today to see if there's anything really special. I did get some squirrel pictures. There was loads and loads and loads of baby starlings, loads of sets of baby starlings, so mum and dad, and at least 3 babies in each set, and they were just demanding food. So I was trying to get pictures of so I was trying to get pictures of those to, you know, with the mouths wide open and everything, but I'm not sure what I got. I also saw a mama blackbird with loads and loads of worms in her mouth, and a starling with loads of, like, it was like brown straw looking stuff that it had. So I'll have a look at those pictures and choose whichever one gets the 3rd spot. But yeah, so that gets us to the end of the week. So moving on to photos. Right, favourite photos of the week. So the first one is the beautiful butterfly, which I believe is called an orange tip. But it's absolutely stunning, as you can see. It's got like a camouflage sort of side, like outer wings, and then an inner set of wings, which have got obviously the orange tip, but absolutely beautiful. And I took quite a few pictures of it whilst waiting for it to open its wings as well. That took some time. But yeah, you need patience. So moving on to the second picture. The second picture is of the lovely moorhen parent. I'm saying parent because I'm not sure if it's male or female, but I absolutely love this photo, and the sun was beaming bright and the reflection on the water, I just love it, absolutely love it. Unfortunately, as I'd said earlier, there's only one baby chick left, but hopefully that one manages to survive, or at least I only saw one in the 2 hours that I was there, and usually they're all together in a little sort of clump or nearby each other, you know what I mean, but there was none others, and sadly, so hopefully he or she survives. But they look so different from the babies. I think they're quite cute, and they've got a slight sort of very soft look, with like the eye looks kind of red, especially in the light. But yeah, beautiful. They have huge feet, but I suppose it's good for clambering about like they do. Final photo, I decided to put in a baby robin. So this is a baby robin, obviously, because I've just said that. But it's funny because they're kind of a miniature robin, which I suppose they would be because it's their baby, but without all the colour, and have like a speckled look, which obviously you can see, but there's no like red breast, you know what I mean, and they have the same sort of length of wings and stuff like that, but they are a bit smaller. Its mum or its dad was nearby as well. I did get a few pictures of that, and I got another robin further round, which on another tree, which was also a good photo. There was quite a few pictures I could have chose for this week's favourites, but I love just seeing all the babies. So yeah, and hopefully next week there might be a different baby to show you, maybe a swan one. That would be cool. But yeah, it's yeah, I just love it. I just love photography, full stop. Sorry about that. I stopped to answer the phone and it's gone, well, looks quite dark all of a sudden. Anyway, moving on to the healthier eating side. So it's been an okay week. I did go over my calories on Monday. So on Monday night, David ordered a takeaway and he got a free cheesy garlic bread, and I decided to have some. So yeah, that was how many calories over. So instead of being under 2,500, I was on 3,331. After my upset stomach at the end of last week, I've just not really, I've not meal prepped really, essentially. Like, I don't meal prep in the sense of like, you know, prepare the actual meals, but what I do is I write a meal plan, is what I'm trying to say. That's the word, meal plan. Yes, I normally do a meal plan, and that sort of gives me some idea of what I'm doing, what I'm having, and it sort of takes that out of it. Whereas like the last sort of week, I just haven't done that. So, well, actually I did today and yesterday. I'm telling lies to a point anyway. But it in the weekly total, in my daily totals, I'm still under the 2,500, so I'm 2,436. That's because, was it the Tuesday after? Yeah, I think the Tuesday after I only had 1,900 and something calories, so that was like 500 saved there. So it kind of meant that I was over by 300 and odd, and that sort of evened itself out and stayed under. So I'm still on target really. I'm not too worried about it. The worst thing is I am a bit annoyed at myself, a little bit, just because I had it and I weren't really, I didn't enjoy it. It weren't even that nice. I just ate for the sake of it, I think. So that bugged me a little bit, because I'm kind of like, but I didn't need it. I mean, I can look at the other side in that I didn't eat the whole thing. I had 2 slices, 2 biggish slices to be fair, but still I didn't eat the whole thing, so that's something. You know, looking for the positives and all of that. And it hasn't put my daily, weekly average over my allotted calories. So if I look at it that way, then yeah, it's fine. Again, because of not being organised, I have nothing to show you in terms of food. Again, it's just kind of awkward sometimes taking the photos, you know what I mean, as I've said before. But also because I'm not organised to do it, I haven't had the chance, but I promise that I will get that sorted this week. Anyway, I have some cool news, which is I have booked temporarily? No. What's the word when you book something but it's not set in stone? Why can't I not think of it? And why it's not temporarily? It's something. Anyway, I'll be here all day trying to think of it, and I'm sure someone will tell us in the chat below. But yeah, I have sort of pre-booked it, sort of initially booked it, whatever, you temporarily booked it, for the 10th of June. I did want the week of my birthday. Unfortunately, they are not available that week, so as the guy's away, I was like, well, you know, you should just not go on holiday. It's not like you can go anywhere. And it didn't work, that. I mean, of course I was joking, of course, you know what I mean. But yeah, so yeah, 10th of June it's been penciled in for. So I'm excited to finally get weighed, which would be cool. Obviously it's been quite a few weeks. I've kind of sort of, I'm hoping to hit a stone off Like, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Because I'm thinking it'll be 10 weeks then, I think 70 days, so that'll be 10 weeks by that time. So I'm thinking, yeah, a stone would be good. That sort of keeps within the 1 to 2 pounds, or just, you know, region, which I'm happy with, totally happy with. But I did lose a hell of a lot of fluid in the first week, you know, especially with my legs, so you never know, but we shall see then. But yeah, it's penciled in initially for then. We're just gonna, he just wanted to check that, he just wanted to check back with the office that it wasn't gonna contradict anywhere, but he didn't think so. But obviously if there's any change to that, I'll let you know, so that'll be cool. And that's it. That's the end of my week. I hope you've all had a lovely week. I hope you've got a lovely week planned coming up. Let me know how you're getting on in the chat. Let me know what you've been up to, and thank you very much for watching, and I shall catch you next time. Bye bye now.